Edible cookie dough recipe, paleo, vegan and gluten-free. We've all done it. Too tempted by the smell of chocolate and the promise of a delicious dessert that's on the way. Eating cookie dough may be a childhood memory, but it usually came with warnings of salmonella from the raw eggs or consuming bacteria that lives in raw flour. Well, worry no more. My edible cookie dough recipe is completely safe to eat before it goes in the oven, and it's delicious if you decide to bake it, too. Win-win. Plus, you won't find any unhealthy ingredients, like refined sugar, white flour or canola oil here. Only the healthiest, nutrient-rich and anti-inflammatory foods out there. The edible cookie dough trend, the popularity of edible cookie dough continues to grow. It seems like people just can't get enough, with shops and parlors popping up that are exclusively dedicated to serving different flavors of the stuff. I don't blame them. We've been told since we're kids that we can't eat it, so of course we want to indulge now that it's safe to do so. The edible cookie dough recipes out there vary, with some calling for refined, white flour and conventional milk as the main ingredients. As always, I like to find the healthiest mix of ingredients possible. Ingredients that not only taste good, but help my body to function optimally, too. How to make edible cookie dough. The base for my edible cookie dough is 1 cup of almond flour. I love baking, or not baking, with almond flour because it's a gluten-free flour that boosts heart health, aids in managing blood sugar levels and works as a natural energy booster. It's made of ground almonds, so it has a great nutty taste that works perfectly in this cookie dough. Next, I use a 1/2 cup of nut butter. Choose whatever nut butter you like best. I like to use a good quality almond butter because I love the taste, especially when it's combined with our next ingredient. The best part, chocolate. It's necessary for an edible cookie dough recipe, and did you know that there are a number of dark chocolate benefits? Dark chocolate, 70% or higher, protects us from disease-causing free radicals because it's one of the top high antioxidant foods. It also improves health, cognitive function, cholesterol levels and blood pressure. To add 1 1/2 cups of good quality dark chocolate chips to the mixture. Then add in 1/4 cup of coconut flour, 1/2 cup of maple sugar and 1/4 teaspoon of sea salt. Did you know that adding salt to your dough makes it a little stronger and tighter? It also contributes to the overall flavor of the dough. High quality, unrefined sea salt is also rich in trace minerals, and it contains many of the major electrolytes, like sodium, magnesium, calcium and potassium, that are absolutely essential to good health. So use the best quality sea salt you can find when cooking and baking. Only a few more ingredients left. Add in 1 1/2 teaspoons of pure vanilla extract next. This delicious dessert spice works as a powerful antioxidant, and it helps to reduce inflammation in the body, something that can be helpful for all of us. And finally, bring in 1 ripe banana, which will serve as your binder for this edible cookie dough. Bananas are a great source of essential vitamins and minerals, including potassium, magnesium and fiber, but they also contain a relatively high amount of sugar and carbohydrates, which can be a problem for people with insulin resistance. 3. If you have trouble managing your blood sugar levels, or you just don't like bananas very much, you have another option. Use 1 flax egg, which is a tablespoon of ground flax seeds mixed with 3 tablespoons of water. Either choice will bring the ingredients together and don't need to be cooked, so they work perfectly for this edible cookie dough. And after letting your mixture chill for about 10 minutes, your edible cookie dough is officially ready to eat. And, as I promised earlier, this recipe can be served 2 ways. If you rather use your dough for baking cookies, preheat your oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit and roll your dough into small discs that are about 1 inch in circumference and 1/4 inch thick. Place your cookie discs on a baking sheet lined with parchment paper and let them bake for 15 to 18 minutes, until they are light golden brown. Edible cookie dough recipe, paleo, vegan and gluten-free. Total time, 15 minutes for raw or 20 minutes if baking. Serves, 8 or makes 20 cookies. Ingredients, 1 ripe banana or flax egg. 1/2 cup almond butter or nut butter of choice. 1 cup almond flour, 1/4 cup coconut flour, 1/2 cup maple sugar, 1/4 teaspoon sea salt, 1/2 cup dark chocolate chips, 70% or higher, 1 1/2 teaspoons vanilla extract. Directions: 1. Mix all contents in a large bowl and refrigerate until chilled, about 10 to 12 minutes. 2. Eat raw or if you choose to bake, preheat oven to 350 F. 3. Roll dough into small discs, about 1 inch diameter and 1/4 inch thick. 4. Place on baking sheet lined with parchment paper. 5. Bake for 15 to 18 minutes, or until cookies are a light golden brown.